Okay, a little quiz. Let's see if you can get this one. There's only one place in America where people's confidence is positive. We're zooming in. There it is, our nation's capital. Where else? Maybe it's because just like the Capitol in Hunger Games, that's where all our hard-earned money is flowing. Steve, it's getting pretty close to the Hunger Games, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to change Washington's name to Panem anyway sometime soon.
Panem is the name of the Capitol in Hunger Games.
Yeah, because Washington's looting the rest of the country. Washington does well at the expense of the rest of the country. They're able, like Al Capone, extort money from we the taxpayers. They live high while the rest of the country struggles. When you have the power, you can do it. And unlike the rest of the country, they have the bomb, so it's pretty hard to fight them.
Rick, let's throw some numbers out there again. The median income in the United States is $51,000 a year for a family. In D.C., look at this, $65,000. What a jump.
Yeah. I'm still contemplating Steve's statement that they have the bomb, so it's hard to fight them. I'm going to be careful what I say. There is
we have your address.
There's another reason we should contemplate here. It's not just a question of people in government getting paid well or people who work with the government. The percentage of people with college degrees is highest in Washington as compared to any other city in the country. Maybe, just maybe, the moral to the story is if you get a college degree, you make more money, your city makes more money.
Right. Well, John, the irony of ironies is that you, the consummate libertarian, live in Washington. How does it feel?
He's rich.
I always thank everyone for building me this beautiful city, but that's the point. Federal stimulus has a Washington, D.C. address. I wish every voter would visit here so they could see how well we're living off of the rest of the country. Government has no resources, so when government towns thrives, that means they're taking it from the rest of you.
Sabrina, I grew up in Washington, D.C. My family are mostly Democrats, but I got to tell you, they're getting fed up with all of this spending that's going on, renovations of buildings, the post office museum, things like that. I mean, stuff we don't need.
Critical, of course. Well, you know, what I think Washington represents is the critical problem of a progressive state today, right? So if you have a state that's in the business of rewarding some and taking away from others, there's a lot of people who want their interests protected, right? And so you have all sorts of people, an industry of communications firms and lobbying firms and contractors and lawyers, all who are there to help represent different industries, and that means a lot of money.
EMAC, very quickly, we're short on time.
Well, listen, Silicon Valley has less per capita income, and I would say more college degrees than D.C. In other words, D.C. has a higher per capita income than Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley's not a city.
According to government stats. So, you know, if we're talking the metro area of D.C., it is living high on the hog.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'll tell you something. When you have this permanent state of emergency in D.C., that creates more spending.
Very quickly.
Louis XIV had Versailles and fawning courtiers, and today we have Dodd-Frank, $100 million of lobbying expenses. It's the same thing.
That is our Versailles or Pan Am. Take your pick. Coming up, despite this week's upturn.